Hello and welcome to another Facility 5 update. In this video I will talk about the Facility 5 t-shirt that is up for sale to raise funds for extending my imprisonment before I go in, the new YouTube channel for Facility 5 videos where I will be posting the vlogs from the prison cell and hopefully prisoner interviews, and the new facility5.com website that will be used to post extra video for Patreon members, and finally an update of my current shackling status. This will be a long one. This video of my feet on the metal grate was shot around Halloween to kind of mimic what it's going to look like when I'm standing on the glass panels, the footprint authentication panels in the prison. I never used it, so I thought I would post it in for this update. I hope you like it. Okay, so starting with the t-shirt. If you haven't been following the story of Facility 5, I have prepaid for 90 days of imprisonment. However, the primary reason for going to the prison is to obtain permission to interview other prisoners. This requires board approval, and they only meet once a month. So this means that it's likely that I won't be able to obtain permission until after my initial 90 days. This is why it's important that I extend my imprisonment to 6 months from the start. We save money in the extension if it's paid before I am imprisoned. Instead of a 90-day extension on top of the 90 days that I already have, we will be charged for a 6-month imprisonment rate, which is lower than 90 days. So this is important. My girlfriend, being the rule person that she is, contacted the prison rep who contacted us prior to, about the standby imprisonment before, and asked her if we could use Facility 5 and make a shirt that matches the ones worn by staff at the prison. She said that they don't own the rights to Facility 5 because it's not the official name of the prison, but the footprint logo for the company is copyrighted. So I used my own footprint for the design and photoshopped it to match the size and shape of the footprint used by the parent company that owns Facility 5. So it's almost identical, just actually the footprint part of it's different. These shirts are up on for sale now. If you have any interest at all in the prison interview series, go buy one, buy two, buy as many as you can. They are priced high for fundraising purposes, but they're only $25, so it's not that bad. And they're basically identical to the ones that the staff members wear in the prison, so they are pretty much official. So click on the store link below to see the options. At this time there are two options, one with just the front logo and another with a larger front logo and a large back. But if you have any shirt ideas, let me know. Visit my blog, shackledbarefeet.wordpress.com, and message me and let me know if you have any ideas. I was thinking about doing one with one large footprint on the front and then my other footprint on the back in large with the smaller text that says Facility 5 Prison. But that's overstating, so I'm not sure if people would be interested in that or not. But also I was thinking about doing one with the logo on the front and then staff written on the back. So just some basic ideas. Let me know what you think. So my girlfriend, because she's very serious about fundraising and not wanting to rip people off, she wants me to let you know that there is no guarantee that this will work, that I'll obtain enough money to be extended. So if you buy the shirt, there's a possibility that I'll be extended to 6 months and be able to do the interviews. But if not, you just better be happy with just the shirt. So anyway, after we got permission to use the name, I set up a website, facility5.com. That's with the number 5. It's just a front page right now, but this is where extra video will be posted for Patreon supporters. I'm going to be imprisoned in a cell 24 hours a day, and there will be a lot of extra content, including a lot of behind-the-scenes video, much longer vlogs, and more of them. There'll be, if I do the interviews with prisoners, they're going to be living in my cell for 48 hours. So there's going to be a lot of behind-the-scenes video of our interactions in the prison cell. There might be time-lapse videos. There'll be a lot of stuff. I'm even looking at a 360 camera so you can get like a VR view of being in the prison cell. That'll all be posted on the website to Patreon supporters. And now on to the official Facility 5 YouTube channel. I've just created that. I'm including the link below. If you have any interest in my imprisonment while at Facility 5, the video for that will all be posted to that channel. This channel will basically go dead after I'm imprisoned. So if you're interested in following that, be sure to go over there and subscribe now. And finally, for my current shackling status. Well, my girlfriend is really laying down the law, and she is using the threat of sending me to prison early under standby to keep me enslaved. And it's working so well that the power has gone to her head, and she is being very strict with me, using the excuse that every time she has to threaten me with standby imprisonment, my flight risk status goes up. She has set up video cameras so that she can monitor me from her phone while she's at work, and she started using what she calls tethering whenever she feels insecure about leaving me home while she's at work. Tethering is where she connects a long chain to my feet, either the center link of my ankle shackles, or most recently, for added security, she wraps the chain around one ankle and padlocks it. This chain is long enough for me to get to everything in the area of the basement that has been set up for my imprisonment while tethered. Lately, she's been tethering me like 3 to 4 times a week while she's at work, and it sucks. While my shackles are still bolted on, they are permanent at this point. Because she disposed of all my shoes and it's winter, and the only time that I can have the shackles off is when we go out for short periods each week. But since I can't go out with bare feet, the shackles never come off. She treats me like a slave, and when she gets home and unchains me from the support beam in the basement, I have to perform all the chores that she has for me for the day. And if I complain or do them slowly or not to her satisfaction, I get punished. And she has a few punishments lined up for me in this instance. One of her favorites lately is long chain handcuffs. These are handcuffs with about 6 inches of chain between my wrists. She often makes me wear them for several hours, and sometimes even through the night while we sleep. She's set up a spot in the bathroom in the basement. It's the bathroom where you see the video of me showering. But anyway, I digress. She set up a section of the floor down there, which now has my permanent footprints from standing there for so much with dirty feet. She makes me stand on my footprints there, and I'm not allowed to move my feet at all. Well, I can move my toes, but the soles of my feet have to stay on the linoleum in the bathroom until she releases me from that position. She sets up a security camera to monitor my feet from upstairs, so she knows if I lift my foot for even a second, it has like a motion sensor. And I'm not allowed to lift one sole off until she releases me, and sometimes several hours. The soles of my feet get sweaty and sore, and it's just really sucks. I mean, imagine just keeping your feet standing on one spot. You can't lift your foot for hours. I can move my toes. That's about it. She claims to be preparing me for the standing detention. Something that is actually common in the prison, where either by order of the system or manually initiated by a staff member, a prisoner is required to stand on the footprint authentication system in their cell. It's at right up to their cell door, to authenticate and have their feet counted, basically. It's a pointless soul count system, because I mean the prison has cameras. Every inch of the prison is cameras, and there's so many security doors. No one's escaping the prison. It's just stupid to do a soul count. But anyway, it is there. Originally, they were using it for training the system, but now the system works perfectly. So it's just kind of a way of controlling the prison population by forcing them to jump through hoops. But because the footprint authentication system hasn't always been as reliable as it is now, I mean, being that it's 99.9% accurate at scanning the soles of the prisoners' feet and matching their footprints to those in the database, the manual release was set up to make sure that prisoners were authenticated properly by the system. So either because of that 1% or just to give staff something to do all day, it's still in place. So once you're authenticated, a live video feed appears on some staff member's screen from the view of beneath your feet while you're standing on the glass, so they see the soles of your feet on the glass, and they're supposed to release you from the panel manually. But they don't always do that. For one reason or another, either because they're busy authenticating other prisoners, they're short-handed, maybe they went on a break, but also because they like to torture prisoners. You have to stand on the panel until they release you. The panel heats up over time because of all the electronics sandwiched between two layers of glass. So it becomes more uncomfortable the longer they make you stand, not only because you're standing, but the heat from the panel actually gets to the point where it's uncomfortable along the soles of your feet. So your feet get sweaty, you leave footprints if your feet are already stained from being out, and your feet get sore and red, and that's basically their way of being sadistic and watching as you suffer on the panel from their monitor. They also like to place bets because if you lift your foot off, a single foot off the panel for more than 2 seconds, the system automatically flags you for punishment for each offense. So they'll place bets on how many flags you'll get in the first hour, and things like that. So it's a known issue. It's a common problem where staff place prisoners in what's called standing detention. They just leave you on the panel for as long as they want. So her excuse for making me stand on linoleum for hours on end without being able to lift one foot for even a second is to prepare me for this standing detention, But in reality, she just wants to see me suffer, and she wants to have absolute control over me, and she does. So it's every time she wins that she gets more power. And she has absolute power at this point. So anyway, this is the end of the update. I'm going to cut it here. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, like, comment below, and visit my blog at shackledbarefeet.wordpress.com. And don't forget to click the link for the new channel below. Subscribe there so you don't miss the video from the prison cell once I'm imprisoned. And with that, I thank you for watching, and I hope you like this view. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this again. I mean, it's freezing cold outside, and this is outside. You can see by the rust. I don't think I want to stand on a freezing cold metal grate to do a video. But if you like this, let me know. It's supposed to mimic what my feet will look like on the footprint authentication panel. There's a mirror below the glass, so you can see the soles of your feet as you're standing on the panel, and so it'll look like this, of course, without the metal grating, but I'll be on glass. So anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.